Hello folks, this is a speed guide to get you done with the main event in version 3.6 as soon as you can, since we're all busy with a lot of stuff to do, a lot of stuff to play, so here's some time saving tips. The main event for version 3.6 has 6 parts. It's actually a pretty long event with lots of different minigames. The first one is to rotate some stars around to match the constellations. You want to match the guide on the top right. So you see here, there's a star on the far top. I want to match that one first. So I'm pushing A and D to rotate the wheel with the highest star. You can nudge it a little at a time, and once you see it glow, it's good to go. Then I select the next section on the top left and rotate that around until I match the image. Same thing for the second one. You rotate one at a time. Use the highest point first and work your way down. Number 2 can take a little time. You need to reach all 3 of these checkpoints without touching the ground. And you want to use as little materials as possible. So I'm going to use this huge block at the start to get me into the middle house, and I'll be using the house as a home point. I'll work on each checkpoint separately, so for this one, I'm going to add a small platform since I have that left, and a little ramp to make sure I get there. The next one over, I'm just going to use the big building again. And you can climb those, so I can just put one there and don't have to put anything else since I can just climb up it. And since that is so high, I can just go off that instead of the house for the last checkpoint by using a little jump mushroom. To get 3 stars, you need to use less than 800 points, and I only use 405. Let's see this in action. I'll play the rest of the second event for you to see, and then I'll be back for the third event. The third one actually forces you to leave the city. It's a treasure hunting event where you place down markers to see how close you are to the treasure. This one is located in the mountain range on the bottom right of the Sumeru forest. Take the waypoint there, equip the gadget, and jump on down. Once you're inside the zone, you can use the gadget to find out how far away you are from your treasure. The higher number, the better. This one's 80, and the second treasure is actually back there. I'll come back later. I should have gotten it first though. But I'm focused on the other one for now. So I'm going deeper in, and there are a couple things that will screw up your percentage on the compass. One are these little electric stones, and the other are enemies. So you will need to defeat some of them first. Now that I got rid of the crystals, I put a compass and it's at 85%, so I'm really close. So the next compass I'm going to put around here as well, and here's the location for one of the relics. And the second one is near the 80% marker from the beginning. I missed it by mistake, so I need to go back for it. But you could get that first on your playthrough, so you don't need to go back and forth. And you can put down as many as you want, only 3 will be on the ground at a time. The fourth event is surprisingly my favorite event. It's like a little mystery puzzle thing, and you gotta ask some questions to get some yes or no answers or extra clues to solve the riddle and find out what happened. I'll show you each of these choices, and a check mark means it's a yes answer, and next means no, and when you see this little feather thing, it means it unlocked another question. You don't have to ask all these questions, you can go straight and find out the truth if you want to save time. And the truth is, Batum is a bird that is a good flyer, and Batum got wet because they didn't bring any waterproof material, because they're a bird. You can skip all the questions if you want and just go straight to the answer to save some time. The fifth event is a combat trial, and you need to beat it on hard to get all the rewards, so there's no real time saving thing here, but you do get buffs to make this easier. The buff I picked worked pretty well in unison, so use your strongest team and follow the same buffs. The first choice is to remove 2 buffs from the opponent. Since I want to make this quick, I don't want the opponents to be too tanky, so I'm just gonna get rid of the healing and the max HP. The next 2 are buffs for myself, and since I kept the one to allow more enemies to spawn, I'm gonna want to have the shockwave to do more AoE damage when I defeat an opponent. And since there's so many enemies, I will also want the vacuum effect to suck them in. Now let's get this party started. Choose your best damage team and go ahead and defeat all the enemies. They're actually fairly weak for being level 90, and the AoE damage buff I got one-shots all the smaller enemies. Just do your best damage rotations until this one is done. the best way to save time here is to just beat the enemies as fast as you can. And the last event is something that's a little different as well. It's a Mario Runner. You automatically move from left to right, and you have to time your jumps. You got a spacebar for a small jump, and E for a big jump. And to get all the rewards, you need to get 3 stars. There's no time-saving skipping stuff here, since you are essentially on a treadmill. But you only need 3 stars. So if you look at the top left, if you don't miss any coins, all you need is 180 points to get 3 stars. Once you have that, you can just AFK the rest and you'll get all the rewards. Use this time to grab a drink, stretch around, play Honkai Star Rails, I don't know, do whatever you want to fill in the time until the Weasel stops running, and you're good. So I hope this little speedrun guide helps you clear all these events pretty quickly, and teach you about what to do for the next set of events, since they follow about the same rules. Anyway, thanks for watching, hope I saved you some time, and as always, have fun out there, traveler.